Welcome back to the birthday challenge. So if y'all don't know, my birthday is coming up on July 30th. And so we're doing a whole series this month where I post every other day in July up until my birthday on July 30th. Today's video is going to be a little get ready with me. I'm about to go speak at an event. Attorney for our business is actually having a, I guess, anniversary party. So I'm about to do a little bit of makeup. I'm gonna talk to y'all as we go. I actually have to clean my makeup brushes, I ain't gonna lie, but once I do that, I will be back and then we'll talk about what we're supposed to be talking about, which is main 3 tips and advice for women that are in male-dominated industries. Now, I myself, I am in a male-dominated industry, which is why I can tell y'all. I'm an engineer, that's already male-dominated. I'm a contractor, male-dominated. So I feel like I'm a perfect person to go over this with y'all. So let's get into it. And I'm probably gonna do a voiceover because y'all know I be having a hard time multitasking, and this video will end up being like an hour, and it don't need to be an hour. So let me just focus on my makeup and I'm gonna do a little voiceover. Number 1, trust yourself and be sure of yourself. If you're not confident in yourself, they definitely won't be. And if you walk into a room unsure of yourself, people can sense that. Confidence isn't about knowing everything, it's about believing you can figure it out. Unfortunately, in male-dominated industries, some people may already question whether you belong there from the jump. If you also look unsure of yourself, it can reinforce assumptions they already had. That's why it's so important to carry yourself with confidence, even while you're still learning. Now, let me be clear. Confidence doesn't mean pretending to know things you don't. It means trusting your ability to learn, solve problems, and grow. That confidence comes from becoming really good at what you do. You have to know your stuff. School gives you the foundation, but that's just the very beginning. Don't graduate and stop learning. We're living in a time where almost any information you need is literally in the palm of your hands. If your supervisor gives you a task that you're unfamiliar with, don't panic. Go home, research it, study it, watch videos, read articles, ask questions. Come back the next day knowing more than you did yesterday. For me, that meant studying blueprints over and over, learning RFIs, understanding submittals, getting familiar with subcontractors, and asking why things were done in a certain way. Every day I wanted to know a little more than I knew the day before. Because here's the truth. The feeling of being unqualified doesn't magically disappear. You overcome it by becoming competent. The more you learn, the more confident you become. Confidence isn't something that appears before you start. Confidence comes because you started. It comes from putting yourself in uncomfortable situations over and over until one day they're no longer uncomfortable. Think about it. Would you follow someone who constantly seemed unsure of themselves and unsure of their work? Probably not. Neither would anyone else. So why would the people around you, especially if they're already watching to see whether you belong, and trust me, they're watching. When I was working on the Nashville Airport project, I'd only been there for about 2 months. We had a company outing and one of the senior supervisors came up to my parents. Now keep in mind, he wasn't even my direct supervisor. We barely worked together. But he told my parents how impressed he was with my work. That was a huge lesson for me. People are paying attention even when you think they aren't. As women, especially if you're the only woman on the team like I often was, you naturally stand out. You can't change that, but you can use it to your advantage. If all eyes are on you, give them something worth watching. Rise to the occasion. Show them what you're capable of. Walk into every room believing you belong there because you in fact do. So trust and be sure of yourself, because if you don't, you'll be walked all over, overlooked, and your voice and opinions dismissed. So no matter how unprepared or unqualified you feel, mask it. Get over it quickly, because if you go in feeling that way, majority of the time, they're only going to make you feel that way even more, because people can feel that uncertainty. Like I said, this goes into the importance of knowing your stuff and becoming an expert at your task or job. Because the only way to cure that inadequate and unqualified feeling is to learn and master it. But that takes studying and research. That feeling is not just going to go away. But if you keep coasting your way by, then you'll keep feeling that way and you'll keep getting the same results, being overlooked, ignored, and dismissed. So just be confident, or at the very least, practice being confident until you actually do. Because if you let them intimidate you, dismiss, or overlook you, you've already lost, and your experience will be horrible and short-lived. Number 2, don't take everything personal. This one is huge. Yes, some people won't believe in you. Some people might give you the side eyes. Some people might make comments. Some people may never fully accept women in that space. But don't let that consume you. Their opinion doesn't determine your ability. Your work does. Your preparation does. Your consistency does. The best response isn't arguing. The best response isn't trying to convince everybody. It's excellence. Let your work speak so loudly that eventually they have no choice but to respect it. And honestly, if someone can't handle seeing a woman doing the same job they're doing, that's their issue, not yours. That mindset existed before you showed up. It has nothing to do with you personally. So don't carry the weight of someone else's prejudice. Ignore the noise, stay focused, keep improving. Eventually, your results will speak louder than their opinions ever could. If anything, you should feel sorry for them, that their small mind or ego can't fathom a woman doing the same job as them. But the best thing you can do to a negative or ignorant person is ignore and pay them no mind. Because if you entertain it, you're playing right into them. Just show up and show out. Don't worry about anything they have to say. Number 3, understand that men and women often communicate differently. Therefore, the way we handle situations are different. So learning how to handle that difference is crucial when working with all men. This one changed everything for me. Most of the men I worked with are extremely direct. No sugarcoating, no extra comfort words, no how are you feeling today? It's fix this. We need this done. That's wrong. This needs to be changed. At first, I took some of that personal, but then I realized that's just how many of them communicate. It's not always disrespect. Once I stopped expecting everyone to communicate the way I would, work became so much easier. I learned how to separate someone's communication style from their opinion of me. Now, if someone truly crosses a line or is disrespectful, that's different. Address it professionally, but don't mistake direct feedback for personal criticism. At the end of the day, being a woman in a male-dominated industry isn't about proving you're better than anyone else. It's about proving to yourself that you belong. Trust yourself, know your craft, don't take everything personal, learn how to navigate different personalities, and remember, the room doesn't validate your worth. You do. So walk in with confidence, keep learning, and let your work do the talking, because your goal isn't just to survive in the room, it's to lead it one day.